So, what initially attracted you to ICG?
I knew that there was a lot of resources for me here to be successful and to grow within this role. And then outside of everything you need to be successful professionally, what attracted me to ICG was just the clear and evident family culture that is displayed.
I actually make a research about the company, so I can see that the company is moving excitingly forward. And I feel as well that my skills are particularly suited in the position that they offer me.
I met with Jason, and he was just amazing, Jason and Chris, and they opened me up to an entirely different arena of opportunity, to where I didn't know anything about ACH. I felt like they were going to make me competitive in the market. It was a smaller company with a journey that I really wanted to take, and I felt like I could really provide some, value here.
How do you feel about ICG's company culture?
About the culture, they have a great company culture. It's one of the most positive places I've ever worked. There's not much negativity, if any, that comes out of it. There's constructive criticism or, coaching it sometimes, but it's pretty much all positive, So it's one of the best cultures I've ever been involved in my career.
I think it's amazing. I've had the good fortune of meeting most of the company so far in person, and they're genuinely good people. I have nothing but good things to say. And
Great.
it's a great culture. We joke, they joke around, and the beauty of the company that I like is I like smaller companies and more startup environments, to where you can actually interact with, the execs and the higher ups, versus a company where you're just a number and you'll never, in a satellite office and no one ever knows you. So I like the family.
It's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the best part about it is that I have the freedom and the flexibility to learn and experiment and grow with the organization.
What do you enjoy the most about your job?
You mean besides the 5 steps from my bed to my desk? Let's see. I enjoy a lot about my job. I think that it's so open in the sense of you can suggest something and people aren't afraid to listen to it and kind of explore the idea with you, which I think is great, and more companies should involve that into their policies.
I'm excited to work every day because I want to learn new things. I want to share creative ideas and how to improve something or make something new, and working here in ICG really motivates me.
It's never boring, right? I constantly keep learning something new, a new technology, a new way to speak to people, collaborating with new people. And that's what keeps it exciting, right?
The opportunity to know new things, to build new things, and learn a lot of things. We have a lot of things to learn in developer. So that is the most exciting part, I think, the opportunity to learn. Always you are need be learning new things.
What do you feel is ICG's greatest strength?
ICG's greatest strength, I think it's our people. I think genuinely, I think whatever task that it comes our way, we'll be able to figure it out.
A couple of things. I think the greatest strength is their ability to adapt to anyone's needs. My memory of talking with Jason and Alexandra Duke back then, Alexandra Bach now, was almost anything I would ask, can you do this? Can you do this? Like, we can do that. I think we can do that. I think we can do that. So their ability to listen to what a merchant would need, and, the ability to build that. And then again, just the service, that they provide, and the attitude that they do it with.
The people, I think we're all here and we care about what we do. And so just from the underwriting perspective, or the sales or the BDR team, everyone, we're so dedicated to ensuring that our customers and potential customers have good experiences and get what they need.
It's the passion. I have to say the passion. And the reason that I say that is, when you have the passion of knowing that your solution and what you're building, the company that you're building, will help businesses, you can achieve anything. And so we have the passion, and then from there becomes the team to be able to put it all into effect.
How do you feel about ICG's work-life balance policies?
Work-life balance, from my point of view, are great. There is some room, and I have started establishing some boundaries as well. So the thing is, like, there have been changes on the personal front, on the personal life front as well. So before this, it was, working from 9 a.m. till like 1 a.m. or like even taking meetings past midnight, because I didn't have anything else better to do. But now I am having these personal commitments a little bit come up, and I've tried establishing that boundaries. And Jason, Nikki, Kia, all of them have been extremely mindful about that. They've been supporting, in fact, that I take leaves whenever necessary, and that I cut off at the right time from work so that I can go spend some time with loved ones. So that has been fantastic. I mean, the support that I received from the team has just been phenomenal.
I feel like the company definitely wants you to have a work-life balance. They talk about it all the time. We work very hard. They don't, they take time to have fun. They'll even do events. We have the internal iCG strong group motivating everybody to do things on a personal level. They even, bring us into their homes. Jason and Nikki bring us into their homes for parties and things like that. I've had parties at my house, Christmas parties at my house. I think from a perspective of work-life balance, like I said, we work very hard, but we have a lot of fun.
It's a good work-life balance. Not to give you a such a short answer, but I really do. What matters is what you're doing and when you're doing it. So there's no magic time to call people throughout the day when you're doing cold outreach. It's just meeting a certain volume throughout the week, not because it's like this written role that you have to, but it's just putting yourself in the best situation for success.
I think it's pretty good just because there is that encouragement to take breaks, like mentally, physically, and emotionally take care of yourself. And yeah, so I think that balance is pretty good.
Let's assume you're talking to somebody who's just starting out in your career. What would you advise them based on your experience?
I can advise that it's very important to have a good communication, because you can learn a lot of other people, and don't have afraid to ask help.
Don't let lack of knowledge being a subject of about being lack of confidence and hold you back, because if you can see doing something for yourself, I think you won the battle. And if you can see yourself as successful, others will see that way too. So that's it.
Major in whatever you want, but the main thing would be to develop people skills, the soft skills, as far as being empathetic with people, as far as listening to understand and comprehend.
Don't go for bookish knowledge and go get a job. Right? I mean, the things that you learn on field with regards to the job itself, with regards to collaborating, with regards to working with other people, everything, that's extremely valuable. You don't get that from books. You don't get that from sitting in lectures, right?
Yeah.
So if you have an opportunity to get an internship, to get a full-time job as a marketer, right, in whatever field, I mean, not only from an engineering, in whatever field that is it that you want to pursue, I would highly recommend go do that.
I think just constantly learn, as we just talked about the education, read as much as you can. I think almost anybody could do this job. It's analytical, but it just takes curiosity.
Would swap jobs with anyone in the company in iCG for one day, who would it be and why?
One day, probably Ash, just because I do really like putting graphics together and playing in Canva. And so I'd probably swap with him for a day just so I could play on Canva all day.
Maybe your job.
Okay.
Why? I think you're a content blogger, right? You're a
Yeah,
writer.
I do content writing.
Yeah, so maybe because I'll tell you, because I was once a writer before. So I was part of, and I belong to our school paper. So I used to write editorials, essays, and feature writings.
Well, maybe one of the salespeople that works for Sally. I don't know that I could do Sally's job. She's got too many decades of experience on it, but sometimes I miss sales. So yeah, for every now and then I'd like to jump back in and sell something.
To be honest, I don't think I'll swap it with anyone. But if I had to swap it with anyone, I think I'd swap it with you or the other writers that we have, because I don't get to write as often. Like, I like writing a lot, right? Blogs and everything.
Probably Kaylee, honestly, because she does a lot of behind the scenes things that may not always be noticed, but it should forever be noticed, because she's keeping me and the guys organized and HubSpot if we ever miss anything or get a little disorganized. And she also exercises her creative brain, and in running our Twitter, and checking over emails and different things like that. So I think just being able to exercise my creative brain a little bit more throughout the day would be an awesome experience, and I would definitely want to start with her role to see what that would be all about.
If you had to describe your job only using emojis, which one would you choose? Wow, strong, the cheerleader.
Absolutely. I use it every day, multiple times a day. That and that.
Okay.
Those are my two. My
Nice.
prayer and my strength.
I would choose the pen emoji, the scientist emoji, and the electric guitar emoji, maybe, because it's like iCG rocks, that kind of a thing.
Probably phone emoji, just because like social media and everything. A pencil, and then a sheet of paper with writing on it, because I do a lot of like lists and information. Yeah, phone, pencil, paper.
Use a brain. Do they have a brain as an emoji?
Yeah, there's an emoji.
All right,
there's a
we'll use
brain
a
emoji.
brain. How's a brain?
Okay.
It would be It would be the phone emoji, of course. It would be the credit card emoji, the money emoji, and the smiley emoji.
Well, I mean, I hate to be this guy, Captain Obvious, but I'd have to put a phone in there, of course. I'd probably put the little Steam face emoji in there because sometimes you can get really frustrated. And then, gosh, I'd probably do the sunglasses emoji because again, you just feel so cool and invincible when you do book a meeting, through cold outreach. So those three, I'd have to put them together.
So if you were trapped in the office overnight and there was a ghost, what office supply would you use to defend yourself against the office ghost?
Against the office ghost, I'd use a stapler. Stapler comes in handy for a lot of things, including a weapon.
I mean, can that ghost physically harm me? If not, I'll just get another controller and play. So I got a PS5 recently. So I was like, you know what? Let's just play Ghosts of Tsushima, and it's like chill with the ghost. And it's like, if it's a friendly ghost,
If there was like a coffee pot, like a coffee pot, and then just like a trash can lid, just like shield and just like something just really random. Honestly, if there was a ghost, though, I'd probably just be grabbing the first thing I found, just like, whoa.